make sure to start with a blob of clay, squeeze it, and then start rolling it flat. Notice that I'm picking it up and flipping it over as I'm rolling it, and I'm also adding water. Okay, now I'm measuring a 6 by 6 inch square that I'm going to turn into my tube, and I'm cutting it out with my paper clip. Add water onto it, and then you're going to roll it into a tube, and you're just going to kind of pinch it together, okay, to make sure it stays, and then you're going to use that popsicle stick tool to smooth the inside and outside seams so that it doesn't fall apart, making sure to add water, right, as you go, and just making sure to support it. Then I rolled up some paper towels and put them inside the tube to help hold that shape, and then you're just going to pinch the top to create that kind of neck, as well as kind of like the stand for the bobblehead. The clay is really plasticky, so I'm going to put that off to the side, let it set up, then work on making the pinch pot for my head. So starting with that sphere, putting your thumb into it, pinch and turn, check the shape, check the size with your bobble, smoothing it as you go, right, until you get it to the correct shape. And then I'm using the end of that test tube to create a little indent so that the top of the bobblehead can kind of fit the head. Now I'm just rolling some coils for the 2 front legs because I'm making a cat, as well as for the tail. Scoring, slipping, pressing on to smooth, and then I'm kind of smoothing on with that popsicle stick tool and some water. And then just kind of mapping out the ears and the face for that bobblehead. Then you'll notice I'm really going in and kind of working on some details for the bobblehead. Sorry that it's slightly out of the shot, right? So I'm building up some pieces of clay 3D onto the head of it, including the nose, just to kind of get, you know, have it rather than having a flat thing out, and just kind of forming the ears, score slip and smoothing them on to the head of the pinch pot. I'm kind of resting it on my body now because it's been setting up. I did this demo through the process of the whole day, so that's why the pieces are starting to get more leather hard. So again, you shouldn't be really attaching except kind of to refer to it for quite a while. Now I'm just going in kind of like fine-tuning details of like the paws, kind of building out you know, different aspects. I'm scooping some clay out as well with that paper clip tool, and I keep those paper towels in there. And then notice I've kind of built up some of those whiskers 3D as well. Those ears are attached. So it really is kind of a process of just kind of building, referring back, fine-tuning those little details. And again, anywhere where you could build something 3D, you should. It's just more interesting to have 3 dimensions within your clay versus just, you know, drawing the face on with your needle tool. It just creates more volume and more character. And now I'm going in and adding texture, right? So it's a cat, so it has fur-like texture. So I'm using a number of tools for that. And then I'm going in and just making that little indent in the pinch pot so that it can slightly rest on that neck part and kind of wobble. So that knife tool, the serrated knife, is really great for texture. I'm also using that, one of those toothpick tools to just kind of go in and create that fur. And notice I'm kind of going with the grain of like the limbs, you know, trying my best to just make it look realistic and authentic and kind of read as a cat. And I played around with a couple of different techniques, right? So the serrated knife, the popsicle stick, the toothpick, and again, you want to have a surface that's anything other than smooth, so that's the intention